Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Well, final whistle went to penalties after not the great second half that we expected. 1-1 full time, and then we had the dreaded penalty shootout. And well done, Muric, for a few saves there, even though the penalties were garbage by Leicester. I'm not sure what they were doing, having all of their basically defenders taking the penalties, but Raheem Sterling, what were you thinking of, lad? I mean, that was just embarrassing. But in the end, we got through 3-1 on penalties. Second half, we had De Bruyne got subbed off, and then after that, it just seemed to sort of dissipate in the intensity and a little bit of class that we needed. Raheem did do a great deal when he came on, but again, sloppy defending. And I know Zinchenko isn't a natural left back, but his attention and positional awareness is just absolutely shocking. Big ball over the top. I mean, if you can't see that, and a defender can allow a ball that's been played, 70 yards, 60 yards, and he can allow that to go beyond him and a player to go in behind. I mean, it was just appalling. I think a left back is a definite we need to be looking at in January or possibly in the summer. Pep said he's not going to buy anybody in January, but it's certainly a position we need proper coverage in, because Delph has done a wonderful job there. Zinchenko, for me, no way is a left back. I mean, he's just, he's just not. He's got a nice touch, but he's no left back. But overall, I thought Eric Garcia had a very good sort of debut game for us. Looked very classy. Looked like he'd been there. I said on Twitter to Stephen McInerney, I said, he looked like he's played 50, 100 games for City. He looked really, really accomplished. So, really good night for that kid. John Stones in midfield, I thought he did okay. He's not Fernandinho, but he did the job tonight. Overall, Sergio looked rusty. Looked like he needs game time, which I'm sure, given him, he's got 70 minutes, 80 minutes under his belt tonight. He'll be back. Kevin De Bruyne looked, almost back to his wonderful best with a wonderful goal, but still needs more minutes. Thought Brahim Diaz looked lively. I thought Phil Foden got another, ton of minutes under his belt and was hard working and nice touches and things like that. And these kids are going to look a lot different when they've got the proper players next to them, the likes of the David Silvas and Kevin De Bruyne's and others that are going to, Bernardo Silva, who's going to sort of help him come along. Because I thought tonight again, and I'm not saying this, please don't think I'm saying this just to get a Mahrez, because it's not, but Mahrez was absolutely garbage. I thought he was awful in the first half. Second half, he had a wonderful touch. I mean, there's no doubt in his ability, technical ability, but he took a ball down first time and played a first time pass for Kevin De Bruyne. But again, so many times his end product is just non-existent. I mean, I sort of had a quick sort of like Twitter debate before, and I just said, if we're wanting to keep Brahim Diaz, if we had a choice, do we want to keep Diaz or do we want to keep Mahrez? Throw £100,000 a week at Diaz and Foden and say to Phil, well, we offered you 50, but we'll give you 100 because we're going to give Diaz £100,000 a week. I'd rather keep Diaz than what Mahrez is bringing to the team, because he's bringing absolutely nothing. And don't throw sort of like 1 or 2 goals he scored the other week. He's had like 3-4 games on the trot now where he's brought nothing to the team. So Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I know he needs time, and I know this time next year he might be sort of more in tune with Pep's tactics. But it's going to be 28, nearly 29, and yeah, I just expected a hell of a lot more from him. Certainly surrounded by these players, but anyway, maybe he will, maybe he won't, maybe he'll just need another year under Pep Guardiola to bring his A game.